Challenge.
Hey, this is going to be fun. Welcome to Never a Dull Moment, and hopefully this is not a dull moment because we got a very interesting challenge. I don't necessarily accept all challenges, but you guys have seen on Amazon and stuff like that, the Sharp Pebble company, okay? But the cool thing is the actual company reached out to us. So not a distributor, not a person who sells Sharp Pebbles, stuff like that. The Sharp Pebble company contacted us directly, and they were like, hey, you know, maybe you could put us in a show or something like that. And I'm like, no, dude, I'm going to review your product. He was shocked. My wife's concerned that you hear that dryer is going off or whatever. Life happens. Okay, we're not going to like super produce, okay? Like,
sorry,
it's a thing. So listen, this particular video will probably be on the Sharp Pebble website or something like that, and that's awesome. Or maybe not. Let's see if the product's good. But the challenge is for me to use their product and sharpen a knife. So this sub 100, about $68. You can see it on the internet, like all kinds of prices and stuff like that. It is all over the place, but way under $100. Depending on the Amazon vendor and if they're running a special and stuff like that. Okay, so if you're getting into knife sharpening, you know, we have reviewed every kind of knife. I mean, we use stones all the time, from Japanese natural stones, Naniwa, Shapton, Nanohone, all these top names, stuff like that. And you're new to knife sharpening and you're like, I want to learn. I don't want to do like a whole lot of money. Is this a good enough product? Let's find out. Let's find out if it's a good enough product. So I got a knife that I sharpen all the time. And currently, right now, it is sharp.
Okay, whoa.
Okay? And we're going to dull it on the brick. And we're going to use this system to see if it's worth it. So, literally out of the mail. It is unopened. It is in the package. So, apparently, that's it right there. That's
pop that bad boy open, huh?
Let's see what we got. We got some paperwork. So we got instructions. Oh, they might want us to do like product placement. Let's make it all nice. Okay, so we're going to put this over here. We got some styrofoam. We got a nice thank you. Let's see what they said. Download a guide. So you can scan that if you need to, so they can teach you how to sharpen. Mm-hmm. And if you're watching our channel, we definitely can teach you how to sharpen. And
an instruction manual too.
Okay, we got the instruction manual. Okay, how to use this. So I can already tell you from just like some knowledge that this is going to be a soaking stone. All right, so if you're new to the channel, new to Whetstones, you need to know what a soaking stone is. We have two kinds of stones, splash and go and soaking. Soaking means that this porous piece of stone needs to absorb some water. Splash and goes do not. So that means for you to prepare to sharpen a knife, you need to submerge this Whetstone 10 to 12 minutes. Not too bad. You're going to have to get out a dish. You're going to have to put some water in it. I did not. I'm going to be dulling the knife anyway, Michelle.
No, I don't like good knives for package opening.
And it got double packaged.
Where's your other knife?
Okay, so what do we have here exactly?
Is that just the? Why do you have numbers on the side?
Let's check all this out.
Is that an angle checker thing?
Well, we're gonna find out.
Hey, princess.
Okay, so it says mount the Whetstone first on the silicone rubber. Got it. So this is going to be your, like, once we take this off.
Oh my gosh.
So this silicone rubber base is going to be able to sit on your counter and make it not slide. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, that's what that's for.
But don't we want to?
Okay, so that's what that's for. Okay, just so you know what the rubber thing is for. So we need to take the stone. It's clearly marked for you, 1,000, 6,000. The 1,000 grit side is what you're going to sharpen the knife. The 6,000 is going to be the finish. I will tell you, you don't always have to go to the 6,000. You can just get a really nice sharp edge, usually, on just the 1,000. But the 6 is going to refine the edge. So we've got it in there. And you can see that when you use a soaking stone, they're thirsty. And that's why the bubbles are showing you.
Action is happening.
Yeah, it's absorbing the water.
Beep.
Okay, so let's read some of these instructions for you. The whetstone has 2 grits. Okay, we said the 1,000 reprofiles the knife. The 6,000, we're going to remove the burr and refine the edge and polish, put a nice shine on it. You've got angle guides here. So it says select the angle guide that you want. Now, for those of you who don't know, I personally sharpen everything on about 15 degrees. There are different knives that you can do, different ones. You can always look up the manufacturer of the knife you purchased. Japanese knives tend to be somewhere, oh, my dog says hey. Japanese knives tend to be somewhere around 15, 16. German knives can be anywhere from like up to 22 degrees. So if you've got a German knife, you know, they have come down recently to 16, 15 degrees. But the thinner the knife, the easier it is to pull it through the food, so the knife feel, okay? The thicker the knife, it can feel wedgy, okay? So you've got different angle guides in here, so let's see here.
Yeah, I was like, how the heck does that work?
So I think what that's going to do is it's going to sit. So again, we got to act like we don't know, right? Because we don't know. So you would.
Does it say?
Yeah, I mean, is it like?
No, I meant like, does it say?
Well, we're going to look. We're going to. It says. Okay, hold the knife edge flat. Okay, again, hold the knife edge against the flat whetstone with the knife edge, with the cutting edge meeting the whetstone at the set angle guide. Wow.
So you're supposed to set that on the.
Well.
Do they come off?
No.
How the?
So let's go ahead and use this as a whetstone while that's soaking real quick.
Like,
let's see, I would normally be like this.
how the hell? Sorry, people, but.
Yeah, we're just trying to show you how would you use that so that the manufacturer themselves can be like, hey, people are having a hard time. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't wedge into anything. Oh, wait a minute. Does this light up? Yep, nope.
All right, so I think we need to pause and go to the ebook. We need to go download the ebook.
There you go.
And figure out what.
So one, we're going to pause so we can get this soaking. I will say that the bubbles have already stopped, so that's kind of cool. And we're going to go to the ebook and come back and show you how to do this. But the cool thing is you can see we don't edit, man. We just figure it out for you and show you what's going on. So let's see if we can make this knife. We're going to make this knife dull.
In a minute.
In a minute. We'll be right back. All right, so we're back. And it's funny. We took a time out to figure this whole thing out. I sharpen knives differently than they do. So we're going to show you what they wanted, and I'll show you why I was a little bit confused. So these come out to show you different degrees, and your goal is to put them back in here with the same degree on each side. Now, you're going to be, for the purposes of how they use it, you're going to be taking the stone. We sharpen on the 1,000, so we're going to put it back in the rubber and put it in here. And the rubber on the bottom of this is really nice, okay? It doesn't move. I will say this could stick a little bit better. Like, if I had a suggestion to the company, I would prefer that the mover, stick a little bit better. They want you to use this as the angle to come in and help you. What I like about their suggestion is this edge leading strokes. Big fan of edge leading strokes. If you've never sharpened the knife, You're pushing the blade into the stone, and they're taking novice people who've never sharpened the knife, and they're teaching them edge leading strokes. It can be difficult if you've never sharpened a knife. So they have plenty of videos on YouTube of how to use this system.
We got to dull the knife, babe.
We are going to dull the knife. I'm just showing you. I personally don't like kind of coming off of here. But if you don't know what 15 degrees is, that's a good way of, I'm going to be sharpening a little bit different. I want to see if this system can sharpen a knife. So they have tutorials on the internet, on YouTube, to show you how to use their system. Let's see if we can get this to sharpen a knife. Okay, so we showed you earlier that the knife itself was sharp. We're going to dull the knife. Oh, we have so much fun on the show taking a perfectly good knife.
Cringy.
It is a cringe moment. Perfectly good. Sharp knife. What do you think? You think it's dull now, babe?
I would think so.
Okay, let's find out.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. I just want to double check so we had a little tear. Okay. We will leave that right there. No camera tricks. Okay. Now, I will recommend you should have some water to keep the stone wet. I have a water bottle. If you don't, you could use the water here and do a little splash.
You'll make a mess, but...
And, but we want to see if we can make a knife sharp with this system. This is not a knife sharpening tutorial, okay? If you would like to see some of my knife sharpening tutorials, especially the one we did 2 weeks ago, it was amazing. But I will put an entire playlist above for you to learn how to sharpen a knife. So we're going to take this dull knife.
Oh.
My wife is commenting on the sound because we already know that the stone
is dry.
Okay, so let's keep lubrication. Okay, oh. We got the spray, not spraying. There we go. So, for those of you who've been watching me, especially lately, we're really working on setting the apex. Now I'm going to pause so those of you watching can see. Here's my angle. I don't know if that's 15 degrees. I think it's 15 degrees. Again, not a knife sharpening tutorial.
It's not sticking.
I got some water below it, so. So let's take and dry the area. Got a nice aggressive sound. We like that.
Okay. It's a bit sharp sounding.
So we do not have our burr yet. Now, it's 1,000 grit, so it will make a knife sharp. There are other stones that are more aggressive. If you had a really dull knife, you could go down, but 1,000 grit is a great number to sharpen a knife. Now, if you had something that's as dull as a butter knife, 1,000 would take a while, but honestly, the 1,000 is the industry standard. So for buying an introductory knife, now I'm going to show you.
Towel?
I'm just going to show you for the sake of showing you.
Can you pull those things out?
Yeah. I want to see.
Doesn't that get in the way?
That, yeah. So I am limited that I can't go, through to the end. Try to use the whole stone. That's why I like to go beyond the stone, so I don't dish the middle.
Yeah, it's gonna dish, yeah.
Because I'm having to stay right here before I hit that.
So how about I go get a towel for you to put underneath it?
Well, then it's not going to stick to the counter. So my wife is looking for a solution, and we have a solution. She's not even remembering that we have a normal solution. So if you were looking for that extra little thing, this would be the thing that like helps it to stick.
So can you do it outside of its holder? Because that holder is annoying.
Yeah. This is what, a liner?
Yeah,
liner?
shelf
Nonsense.
liner. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like.
But you can see if we can do the knife beyond the edge of the stone, we can use the entire stone to make sure we don't wear out just the middle of the stone. Now I feel a burr. I would like the burr to be a little bit more aggressive. Now, if you're new to knife sharpening, if this video does somehow make it on the Sharp Pebble page, this is not unusual. So this material is metal. It's debris coming off when you're sharpening. Some people might say it's a little bit of the aluminum oxide material itself coming off the stone. But you remember the stone itself is designed to shear away metal from here. And so you're seeing a little bit of reaction with the water and the metal. You're seeing build up. The actual load, we call it, can help with polishing the edge. The fact that it's moving is great. That is a great sign for Sharp Pebble Company, because it means it's not embedded in the stone. If it was not moving, the stone would stop cutting. So that is a great feature that I will point out, is that it's not loading. So yay, Sharp Pebble for that. So again, new to sharpening, you're saying, Greg, you just said a word we're not used to, burr. I can feel metal as I scrape metal this way. Metal is starting to curl up, and when I go like this, I can feel it. And I'm looking to feel it everywhere, which means I have sheared enough metal off the edge of the blade to make a new apex, to make a new triangle. So I'm trying to make a new apex on this side, and then I'll turn the knife over. I can tell that there is a burr, not consistently all the way down, so I'm going to work on the couple of places it needs to be a little bit more aggressive. Nice. Right there, a little bit more. And that's not a stone issue. That's not a Sharp Pebble thing. That's a me. Now, if you did have some buildup in the middle of the stone, where you felt like the stone was not aggressively cutting anymore, you probably have like a magic eraser, Mr. Clean magic eraser, and that would actually clean the stone. I feel good. Consistent all the way down. Okay, we need to do the other side. Again, you haven't sharpened before. Those of you who know, you know. As I do the other side, we're going to suddenly feel the burr a lot faster. That is the burr flipping over. I actually want to spend the same amount of time. I spend a significant amount of time on one side. I'm going to spend the same amount of time, so I get my edge, same amount of time on the other side. So this system has the 1000 to make the edge. And then we need to remove the particles of metal that are hanging off the edge. We have several ways of doing that. We'll share them all with you. The system only comes with the other side. Okay, so we're going to do it their way, and then we will do a little adaptation. I will show you also, you notice that I'm a full-grown man, and I have knuckle clearance. If you use this, you will have even more knuckle clearance. Problem is the knife can't go off the edge. But I'm having no problems moving my hand freely over the countertop at this height. You're hearing the sound change because of some of the material getting lodged in the stone. So the amount of cutting has diminished slightly. Again, you could go ahead and clean the stone if you have your magic eraser. They also sell separately, it doesn't come with the system, a stone cleaner. We will put links in our description of some inexpensive ways to clean the stone. Now, if you've watched the show, you saw my wife do these long strokes with Hap Stanley from Nano Hone. Long, continuous stroke. So it's like a stropping kind of a thing. You could also do some edge leading strokes. Again, trying to remove metal from the edge. Move that out of the way. And I, right now, without even doing, just to prove a point, without even doing the other side, which the system comes with the other side. And I know Sharp Pebble would want me to show you that. But honestly, just right now, I'm gonna keep that original paper. I'm not doing that one yet. Okay, and this has wet material on it. I haven't cleaned it or anything. But I've made the knife sharp. Okay, you saw a minute ago. Okay, we can do better, but we did make a sharp knife. Okay, so let's use the rest of the system. So the system comes with part 2. Now, we have material that is dripped down from the other side. We're going to free our knife of the material.
Carefully.
My wife is freaking out because, she doesn't want me to hurt her myself, and I thank her for that. So we are going to polish the edge a little bit more. I am super, super lightweight right now. You can just see material is leaving the knife. A scientific principle is you can do edge leading strokes up to 8,000 grit. This is below 8,000. So you can do edge leading strokes. I'm pushing the edge into the blade at 15 degrees, into the stone, pushing the blade into the stone at 15 degrees. And I'm pulling it towards me here into the stone. I'll go ahead and tell you now that when you're done sharpening your knife, make sure you rinse the stone completely. If you have the magic eraser, clean your stone. Do not leave it in the rubber base. I need it to dry completely before you put it away. Otherwise, you'll encapsulate water in the stone, making it prone to cracking. So if you'll just let it sit out and dry, it'll serve you well for a long time. So my wife can hand me a paper towel since I don't have a regular towel. Oh, there's a regular towel. I can step off camera here real fast. Now, if you've got your household kitchen towel, this debris is not really good for that. I mean, make sure you have like a utilitarian.
It doesn't all come out.
Yeah, a utilitarian towel. Okay. Let's go to the original piece of paper, okay, that we couldn't cut earlier. Let me point something else out. Below $100, 2 sides. Other than having to soak it 10 to 12 minutes, we made a dull knife sharp. If you have an old belt, okay, I have a leather, pretty thick. Me doing this.
Don't put it on your logo.
Just trying to remove any metal. So sharp. We used your system. We killed it. If you don't know how to sharpen a knife, follow us. If you want an introductory system that got the job done, check them out. Obviously, it performed well. Pros and cons of the system. I'd love a stone cleaner. I'm sure they could throw one in. Price might change. Okay, magic eraser, buy it separately. We'll put a link. We also have rust erasers out there that you can put on there and scrub. It looks something like this. A little water on here. It'll free up the debris. Again, you would make sure that you get all of it out. You can do all of this in your sink to not make a mess in your kitchen. I have a very understandable wife. So work to get the load out. Again, the magic eraser works good as well. And some of you probably already have that around your home. Rinse it off, get all the particles off. Do not put it back in this. Yeah, let it sit out. Get it dry the best you can. Let it sit out. You remember 10 to 12 minutes you got the water in, and you're gonna need a little while to get the water out. Put it away. This thing's pretty thick. Should last you a while. This particular material, aluminum oxide, is designed for all of your normal standard knives. Unless you get into super high-end knives that are very hard, then you would need something a little bit more specialty. This is a pretty hard knife, traditional Japanese knife. It's a little bit more expensive, a little bit harder, and it was able to get it done. So Sharp, I hope you guys are excited that we were able to show the world that your product worked. Okay, small investment for you guys to get started. Thanks for watching the show. We hope to help you learn how to use these products, sharpen your knives, take care of things and more. We come on Friday nights at 8 o'clock. We appreciate your support. God bless.